Okay, now we will learn a new topic. Chapter 9, Speed and Acceleration. You can open page 168. Okay, what you will learn in this topic is you can calculate the speed and you can calculate an acceleration. Okay, for the first concept is about the speed. Okay, what is the definition of speed? Okay, so you need to remember speed is equals to distance over time taken, ataupun dalam bahasa Melayunya ialah laju bersamaan dengan jarak bahagi dengan masa. Laju sama dengan jarak bahagi masa. Dalam bahasa Inggerisnya, speed is equals to distance over time taken. Okay, if we look at the example number 1. Okay, Ida walks to a shop over a distance of 100 meter in 5 minutes. Calculate the speed. So, first impression, if you need to understood you need to find the information, okay, is you need to determine the information in the example. Okay, Ida walks to a shop over a distance of 100 meter. So, this is a distance. Okay, in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a time taken. Okay, distance and time taken. So, the question asks you to calculate the speed. So, you have an idea speed is equal to distance over time taken. You must remember this formula. Okay, so after that you substitute the distance is 100 meters. So, you put here. Okay, time taken is 5 minutes. So, you put here. So, you will get 100 meter divided by 5 minutes. So, equals to 20 minute, right? Meter per you change to as a stroke. Minute. Okay, so we can conclude that therefore Ida was 20 meters every minute. That means meter per minute bermaksud meter every minute based on this situation. Because the situation is Ida walks to a shop. So, ini adalah tentang Ida. So, soalan suruh cari speed Ida pergi ke kedai. Okay, so another formula you can remember. If you cannot use this formula, if you hard to remember this formula, you also can use this triangle method. Okay, if you look at at this triangle method, DSM. D is a distance, S is for speed, M is a time taken. Okay, how to use? First, if we look at D is a distance, right? So, distance is equals to, okay, if I close the D, we can see that S and M is in between to each other. So, kalau between bermaksud darab. So, that's why if you look at here, D distance S multiply with M. So, D is equals to S is a distance times M is for time taken. Okay, but if the question asks you calculate the S is here. If we close the S, you can get D and M like a fraction. D at the top one, M is at the bottom. So, S equals to D over M. Distance over time taken. If the question asks you about the M is a time taken. So, time taken is here. So, time taken is a distance over speed. Okay, D over S. So, you can use this formula or you can remember directly. Speed is equals to distance over time taken. It depends on you. Okay, next we look at the example number 2. Khairul Hafiz and Badrul Hisham are young state sprinters. Okay, maksudnya pelumba lari lah, jarak laju. During 100 meter event. So, this is an event. Khairul Hafiz finished in 10.18 seconds. So, this is time taken for Khairul Hafiz. while Badrul Hisham finished in 10.25 seconds. So 10.25 seconds is for Badrul Hisham. So calculate the speed respectively. So maksudnya dia suruh kira berasingan. So the speed for Khairul Hafiz equals to distance of Khairul Hafiz divided by time taken for Khairul Hafiz. Distance of both of them is 100 meter because both of them are involved in the same event. Maksudnya dia orang berdua ni lari dalam track yang sama, dalam acara yang sama, itu 100 meter. So both of them, Khairul Hafiz and Badrul Hisham, the distance is 100 meter, same. Time taken Khairul Hafiz 10.18, 10.18, 10.25, 10.25. So you substitute correctly, yeah. Okay, so you divide, you will get 9.82 meter per second. And at the right side is 9.76 meter per second. Okay, if you realize this unit given you in the unit the meter, and this is unit second. So you no need to change the unit if the question didn't ask you to change in the unit. So you just write down M stroke S. M stroke S. Okay. Regarding the previous example, unit given is a meter minute. So you just write down meter per minute. Okay. Clear? Okay, so we look at another concept, okay, involving the speed. Okay, here we can, here is a concept of a uniform and a non-uniform speed. Maksudnya, laju yang seragam dan laju yang tidak seragam. Macam mana contoh laju seragam dan laju tidak seragam? Okay, if we look at the differences between two marble, these two conditions, we can see that directly the marble A, dia punya distance dia sama. Well, distance sama dan dia punya time taken pun sama. Distance same, time taken same. But the marble B, distance is not same. Dia tak seragam. But the time taken is same. So this is the case for non-uniform speed. Dia tak seragam. Contohnya macam ni lah. Okay, this is for marble A. So dia bergerak seragam, maksudnya dia bergerak dengan laju yang sama. Nampak tak? Dia sama je. Dia sama, dia seragam. Okay. But in the marble B, slow, tiba-tiba laju. Slow, laju. So dia tidak seragam. So if you plotting, you change this information, transform in the distance time graph. This is the graph given. So if the question asks you state whether the graph is a uniform speed or not, you can look directly according to the graph plotting. So the graph is a directly proportional. So this is uniform speed. This graph is not directly proportional. Dia bukan garis lurus. So kita namakan sebagai non-uniform speed. So uniform speed, non-uniform speed. Okay, clear? Okay, next we go through to the example number 3. Okay. Okay, in the example number 3, Farid drove a trailer for 170 km within the first 2 hours. Okay, dia ada perbezaannya sekarang ni, dia stop dekat 2 hours. And 190 km within the next 4 hours. So, ini maklumat yang seterusnya. For the next 4 hours. So the question asks you, Farid drive the trailer at a uniform speed? Explain. So dia tanya, adakah Farid ni dia bawa trailer ni sama, seragam atau tidak? Uniform speed or not uniform speed? If you look at the information given, it divide the information in the first 2 hours and the last 4 hours. So, what we need to do, we need to calculate the speed for the first 2 hours. The first 2 hours is 170 km divided by 2 hours. So, unit is 85 km per hour. Okay. And then, the speed, okay, for the next 4 hours, okay, is equal to distance. The distance is 190 km divided by time taken is 4 hours. So you can get the answer is 47.5 kilometer per hour. So we can say that the trailer is a non-uniform speed. Kenapa dia kata non-uniform tadi? Sebab dia tak sama. Speed dia berbeza. Okay, Okay, we look at the example 4. Okay, example 4. Okay, dia main, Encik Mahesh ni sedang main bola golf. Okay, bola golf. So, Encik Mahesh hit the golf ball from the pole P to the pole S, passing through pole Q and pole R. P to Q, Q to R. Okay. Did the golf ball have a uniform speed? Explain. So if the question asks you to explain, you need to prove by using calculation. So first, calculate the P to Q, distance over time taken. Okay, so we write down P to Q, the distance is a 40 meter divided by the time taken is 2 second. Nampak tak dekat sini? 40, 2 second, 2 second. So you will get 20 meter per second. Okay, so from R to S, P to Q, and then from R to S. R to S, where's R to S? R to S is here, 60 meter, and then 3 seconds. So 60 meter, and then 3 seconds, divided by 3 seconds, you will get 20 meter per second. Okay, Q to R. Q to R, 70 meter and 3.5 seconds. So, we calculate here, Q to R, 70 meter over 3.5 seconds. Actually, if you realize, we get the same answer. 20, 20, 20, with the same unit, meter per second, meter per second, meter per second. So, by using this information, you can prove that. Therefore, the speed of the golf ball is uniform. Okay, thank you.